Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Trader with Kevin Hincks. I'm Kevin Hincks. I have two paper money trades for you today. One in Meta Platforms, which has had a large move to the upside, and then SMCI, Supermicro, a name that's coming out with news next week that we'll cover. So let's get to our first trade of the day, and that is Meta Platforms. Now, if you've watched Meta Platforms over the last several months, here's some of the numbers. The last 12 months, up 52.5%. Last 3 years, up 200%. 6 months, up 40%. 3 months, up 25%. These are incredibly strong numbers to Meta Platforms on the upside. Now, the RSI, the relative strength indicator on Meta Platforms, currently sits at 80.1. So that's a 70, means you're overbought. This is now hitting 80, so an extreme overbought. Does that mean the stock's going down? No, it doesn't. It can stay overbought for a long period of time. RSI is just one indicator tool to look at, but Meta Platforms, we're gonna show you a paper money bearish trade example in Meta Platforms if you would think of something, have a bearish tone in Meta Platforms. So here's what we're looking at. The paper money trade we're coming up with today is selling, it's a complex trade, selling an upside call vertical. We went to next week, the February 14th, we sold the 755 call vertical. Now, if you look, the move for next week expected $24. So, you know, the stock is moving all over the board. I put this in about a half hour ago, and it was pretty much in line with where the expected move is. Sold the 755 call vertical. Against that, I then used that credit to purchase the 690, the February 21st, February 14th, just 1 week wide, the 690 put calendar spread. So selling the call vertical, buying the put calendar. That whole package, we put it in for about a 20-cent debit. I think it's trading probably higher than that now. Yeah, trading about $1.15 now. So it has moved as the overall market was up, and now it's down slightly, even though Meta Platforms is still up today. So it's trading about $1.15, between $1.15 and $1.20. And again, this is a trade, this is a complex trade. It's a combination of two more fundamental trades, let's call them a short call vertical and a long put calendar in Meta Platforms. Okay, so let's get to our second trade of the day, and that is Supermicro. Now, we traded Supermicro earlier in the week, as you know, if you watched this little broadcast, but the stock has now rallied 32, almost 33% this week. It's up. Why? Well, they announced earlier this week that they are coming to come out with, on February 11th, a long-awaited update on corporate strategies and the business update for the fiscal second quarter. That is all coming out February 11th. That's next week. That's created an event in Supermicro. The stock has rallied, as you know. So, in Supermicro, the paper money trade we came up with is this. We went out to the February 28th expiration, bought the 35 call. The stock's trading right at 35.70 now, so you're about 75 cents in the money. Bought the 35 call and then sold next week, the event week, 42 call. Why? Look at the move for next week, about $7 or almost $8. Now, you could actually move that strike up if you wanted to, but I did it about $7. Buying the 35 in the February 28th, selling the 42 call in next week, February 14th. The debit we put that in at was like $4.10. It's now trading about $4.05, right at those numbers. So this is a call diagonal using the dispersion in the implied volatility. Buying about 170, buying about 177 and selling 190 implied volatility. So remember, you're looking for a move towards the short strike in Supermicro, $42, in line, pretty close in line with the expected move for next week. However, this is a bullish strategy. The risk on this trade is the debit paid. So if you paid $4 $4.05, $4.10. That's the risk on this trade. By the way, the risk on the Meta Platforms trade, a little higher. It's the short call vertical that you have. So it's the debit paid, about $1.10 plus the short call vertical. So it's about $1,100 risk in Meta Platforms. I almost forgot to talk about the risk in Meta Platforms. So because you're short that call vertical, that's the risk and that's the margin in Meta Platforms. SMCI, the risk is the debit paid as anything like that. All right, that's our show for today, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday with 2 more paper money trades and another edition of Daily Trader. I'm Kevin Hincks. Have a great weekend, everybody.